I don't think people should care what the media thinks about them. They're terrible judges of character.
Free speech is meaningless unless you allow people you don't like to say things you don't like. At the point at which you lose free speech, it doesn't come back.
In a shocking twist that has left the tech world buzzing, Elon Musk has just made an announcement that no one saw coming. I am officially buying YouTube.
Find something that's meaningful to you, that where you believe you're doing something good for the world.
Well, who's to say that something is misinformation? Who's the arbiter of that?
That's right. The billionaire entrepreneur known for his audacious moves with Tesla, SpaceX, and more recently, Twitter, now X, is set to acquire the world's largest video sharing platform.
Some of these conspiracy theories have turned out to be true. That was a pretty big deal. There was Twitter and others engaged in active suppression of information that was relevant to the public.
What does this mean for the future of YouTube? How will this acquisition reshape the digital landscape, content creation, and the way we consume media? The world knows Elon Musk as a revolutionary entrepreneur, a visionary constantly pushing the boundaries of technology and business. He has built electric cars that challenge the automotive industry, launched rockets into space, and even promised to colonize Mars. Now it seems Elon Musk has set his sights on a new frontier, YouTube. Yes, you heard that right. Rumor has it that Elon Musk is interested in buying the world's most popular video sharing platform. But what could possibly be behind this unexpected move? Why would Musk want to acquire YouTube? And what changes might he have in mind? Today, we'll explore the intriguing reasons behind Elon Musk's interest in YouTube, how it aligns with his larger goals, and what it could mean for creators, users, and the entire internet landscape.
壞消息係，而家啲鋪頭災難性咁樣執笠，因為消費模式已經轉咗型，生意而家都唔改變策略。
Chapter 1: The Power of YouTube. To understand why Elon Musk might be interested in buying YouTube, we need to first understand the platform's immense power and influence. YouTube is the second most visited website in the world, after Google, which also happens to own YouTube. Every month, over 2 billion logged-in users visit the site, consuming over 1 billion hours of video every day. It is a platform that has revolutionized content creation, democratized media, and given a voice to millions of creators worldwide. From vloggers and gamers to musicians and educators, YouTube has become the go-to destination for anyone with a story to tell or knowledge to share. But beyond its vast audience and diverse content, YouTube is also a colossal revenue-generating machine. In 2022 alone, YouTube's advertising revenue was reported to be around $28 billion. This makes it not only a cultural powerhouse, but also an incredibly profitable one. For someone like Elon Musk, who is always looking for the next big opportunity, YouTube's blend of massive reach, cultural significance, and profitability could be too tempting to ignore. Chapter 2: Why would Elon Musk want YouTube? So why exactly would Elon Musk want to buy YouTube? There are several possible reasons that align with Musk's known business philosophy and goals. First and foremost, Musk has always been a proponent of open communication and free expression. Recently, we've seen him advocating for more transparent and less restrictive social media platforms. For instance, his involvement with Twitter, whether through critical commentary or actual investment, has always been about promoting what he perceives as freedom of speech. Acquiring YouTube could provide Musk with the ultimate platform to further his vision of an open and less censored internet, ensuring that a diverse range of voices is heard. Secondly, Musk has demonstrated a keen interest in digital innovation. Tesla and SpaceX both leverage cutting-edge technology, and his ventures like Neuralink and The Boring Company indicate a forward-thinking approach. YouTube, with its reliance on algorithms, artificial intelligence, and data analytics, would be a perfect addition to his portfolio of companies pushing technological boundaries. It could provide him with a massive testing ground to integrate AI-driven enhancements or even merge it with other technological advancements like those at Neuralink. Third, Musk's focus on sustainability and green energy might also play a role in his interest in YouTube. While this may seem like an unlikely connection, remember that the internet and digital infrastructures are increasingly recognized for their substantial energy consumption. If Musk could make YouTube greener, perhaps by integrating it into his solar energy network or leveraging SpaceX's satellite technology to make its data delivery more efficient, it could be a game changer for digital sustainability. Additionally, Musk might see this acquisition as an opportunity to foster and accelerate the development of creative content focused on science, space, and technology. Musk is a well-known advocate for education and science. He could use YouTube to amplify content that aligns with his vision, nurturing a new generation of engineers, space enthusiasts, and innovators. Finally, there's the business angle. Buying YouTube could provide Musk with a steady and substantial revenue stream that complements his more speculative ventures. SpaceX, Tesla, and Neuralink all involve high levels of risk and long-term planning. YouTube, with its established and growing user base, could provide immediate and predictable cash flow, balancing out his portfolio and funding his more ambitious goals like reaching Mars. Chapter 3. How would Musk change YouTube? If Musk were to buy YouTube, how might he change it? Given his track record, we can expect some radical and potentially controversial shifts. Firstly, Musk would likely address issues around content moderation. Over the years, YouTube has faced criticism for both over-regulating and under-regulating content. Some creators and viewers have complained about demonetization, shadow banning, and unclear community guidelines. On the other hand, others have expressed concerns about misinformation, hate speech, and harmful content. Musk, who advocates for a free speech platform, might relax some of the content restrictions, allowing for a broader range of discourse. This could mean fewer videos being demonetized and more transparency about what is and isn't allowed. However, this could also bring challenges. Allowing more freedom of expression might lead to the proliferation of problematic content, which could impact YouTube's reputation and appeal to advertisers. Musk would need to balance his ideals with the practical need to maintain YouTube's role as a safe and welcoming platform for a diverse audience. Second, Musk might push for greater integration of YouTube with other technologies. Imagine watching a SpaceX launch live on YouTube and then being able to immediately interact with the spacecraft's real-time telemetry data, or having Tesla cars stream YouTube videos seamlessly, or even accessing unique content through Neuralink-enabled devices. The possibilities are endless when you think about the potential synergies between Musk's various ventures and the YouTube platform. Third, we might see a focus on monetization and cryptocurrency. Musk has been a vocal supporter of digital currencies like Bitcoin.
It's here. This is it. The federal government just came out with some new regulations that allows you to buy real estate with a
Bitcoin and Dogecoin. He might introduce new ways for creators to earn money, perhaps allowing them to accept payments in cryptocurrencies or rewarding them with digital tokens based on their engagement metrics. This could fundamentally change how creators monetize their content, providing them with more flexibility and financial autonomy. Fourth, we could see a push towards making YouTube greener. As mentioned earlier, the tech industry has a growing energy consumption problem. YouTube's data centers consume vast amounts of electricity. Musk could use this as an opportunity to showcase his renewable energy solutions. Imagine YouTube running on solar power generated by Tesla's solar roof or SpaceX's Starlink satellites, delivering content more efficiently. This could position YouTube as a leader in sustainable tech and differentiate it from competitors like Vimeo or TikTok. Chapter 4. What challenges would Musk face in acquiring YouTube? But of course, acquiring YouTube wouldn't be a walk in the park, even for someone as resourceful as Elon Musk. There are numerous challenges he would need to overcome. Firstly, there is the question of cost. YouTube is an enormously valuable asset, and even Musk's vast wealth might be stretched thin. Alphabet, Google's parent company, would likely demand a hefty price, possibly upwards of several $100 billion. Even for the richest man in the world, that's a significant investment. Musk might need to raise funds by selling shares in his other companies, issuing new stock, or partnering with other investors. Then there are the regulatory hurdles. Acquiring YouTube would attract intense scrutiny from regulators worldwide. Governments and antitrust bodies would closely examine the deal to ensure it doesn't create a monopoly or stifle competition. This could result in lengthy legal battles and significant concessions, such as divesting parts of the company or agreeing to certain operational restrictions. Furthermore, Musk would need to win over YouTube's current stakeholders, its employees, advertisers, creators, and viewers. Many of them might be wary of a Musk takeover. YouTube's workforce, accustomed to the stability and culture of Google, might resist the entrepreneurial and often unpredictable style of Musk. Advertisers might fear changes to content moderation policies, and creators could be concerned about monetization changes. Musk would need to carefully navigate these relationships to ensure a smooth transition and avoid alienating the community that makes YouTube successful. Lastly, there is the challenge of managing a media platform. Unlike his previous ventures in technology, transportation, and energy, YouTube is primarily a content-driven platform. Managing a media company requires a different skill set, involving complex decisions about content moderation, copyright issues, and community engagement. While Musk has shown himself to be a fast learner, this would certainly be a new and complex challenge for him. Chapter 5. The broader implications of Musk buying YouTube. So what would be the broader implications of Musk buying YouTube? How could this affect the digital landscape, media consumption, and society at large? First, it could spark a wave of consolidation and competition in the tech world. If Musk were to acquire YouTube, other tech giants might respond by making acquisitions of their own. We could see Facebook doubling down on Instagram and WhatsApp, or Amazon investing more in Twitch. This might lead to a new era of competition and innovation in the digital media space. Second, it could lead to a shift in the balance of power between platforms and creators. If Musk implements new monetization strategies or introduces cryptocurrency payments,
我知道这听起来可能有点难以置信。我现在人正在澳大利亚度假，而我有一个机器人。
it could empower creators by giving them more control over how they earn money. This might encourage other platforms to follow suit, leading to a more creator-friendly ecosystem. Third, Musk's ownership could drive changes in content policy and moderation. As mentioned earlier, Musk is a strong advocate for freedom of speech, and he might relax some of YouTube's content restrictions. This could result in a wider variety of content and more open discourse, but it could also lead to challenges around misinformation, hate speech, and harmful content. The balance between free expression and community safety could become a major point of debate and controversy. Finally, if Musk integrates YouTube with his other ventures, we could see new forms of content and engagement that were previously unimaginable. We might watch videos while interacting with Tesla's AI or experience SpaceX launches in augmented reality. The convergence of different technologies could create new types of media experiences and transform how we consume content. If Elon Musk were to acquire YouTube, it's almost certain that he would look for ways to revolutionize its business model. Currently, YouTube's primary source of revenue is advertising. This model has worked well, generating billions of dollars annually. However, it's also a model that has faced criticism from both creators and viewers alike. Advertisers have a significant influence over which videos are promoted or demonetized, which can lead to frustration among content creators who feel that their income is subject to the whims of opaque algorithms and corporate policies. Elon Musk might envision a different kind of monetization strategy. One possibility could involve reducing the platform's reliance on traditional advertising in favor of more direct creator-to-consumer transactions. For instance, Musk could introduce a system where viewers can directly support creators through microtransactions, tips, or even subscriptions, much like platforms such as Patreon. Given Musk's interest in cryptocurrencies, he might even facilitate payments in digital currencies like Bitcoin or Dogecoin, further empowering creators to monetize their content without needing to cater to advertisers. Another potential shift could be towards exclusive content models. Musk might explore the idea of content tiers, where certain videos or series are only accessible to paying subscribers. Imagine a model similar to Netflix or Amazon Prime, but integrated within the YouTube ecosystem. This could encourage high-quality, long-form content akin to what we see on premium streaming services today, but with the unique interactive and community-driven features that YouTube offers. Musk could also take inspiration from his work with Tesla and SpaceX, where he has implemented a direct-to-consumer model, bypassing traditional dealerships or middlemen. In the context of YouTube, this could mean enabling creators to engage more directly with their audiences without platform-imposed constraints. Imagine a YouTube where creators can sell merchandise, offer paid courses, or host virtual meet and greet sessions, all within the YouTube platform itself. Such innovations would not only generate new revenue streams, but could also deepen viewer engagement and loyalty. Chapter 7: Reinventing Content Discovery and Recommendation. Another area where Musk could have a significant impact is YouTube's content discovery and recommendation algorithms. Currently, YouTube uses complex AI algorithms to suggest videos to users based on their viewing habits, preferences, and engagement metrics. While these algorithms have been effective in keeping users on the platform, they have also been criticized for creating echo chambers, promoting sensational or misleading content, and not providing enough transparency on how they operate. Musk, with his background in artificial intelligence through ventures like Tesla's self-driving car technology, might see an opportunity to overhaul this system. He could introduce a more transparent and user-centric approach to content recommendations. This might involve giving users more control over what types of content they see, rather than solely relying on AI predictions. For example, viewers could customize their feed based on specific topics, creators, or even types of content they prefer, such as educational videos, documentaries, or live streams. Musk might also integrate new technologies to enhance content discovery. Imagine using advanced neural networks or quantum computing algorithms to provide even more precise and personalized recommendations. Alternatively, he could introduce new interfaces for content discovery, such as virtual reality, VR, or augmented reality, AR. Experiences that allow users to browse videos in a virtual space or explore interactive content in a more immersive way. This could significantly change how users engage with the platform, making it more dynamic and interactive. Moreover, Musk could explore using blockchain technology to create a decentralized content recommendation system. In this model, instead of relying on a single centralized algorithm, recommendations could be powered by a network of users who collectively decide what content gets promoted. This could potentially democratize content discovery, allowing smaller creators to gain visibility based on the community's interests rather than being overshadowed by the platform's algorithmic biases. Chapter 8: Reinventing Creator-Platform Relationships. One of the most
You can sell this $5 spatula on Amazon and compete with hundreds of other spatula sellers.
significant changes that Musk could bring to YouTube would be in the relationship between creators and the platform. Currently, this relationship can often feel adversarial. Creators frequently express frustration over demonetization, unclear guidelines, and abrupt policy changes. Musk, with his track record of fostering innovation and rewarding talent, could approach this relationship differently. First, he might seek to create a more transparent and predictable environment for creators. This could involve clearer guidelines around content moderation, demonetization, and copyright issues. Musk could implement a system where creators have more visibility into how their videos are performing and why certain decisions, like demonetization or removal, are made. This transparency could help build trust between YouTube and its content creators, fostering a more collaborative ecosystem. Musk might also introduce new forms of support for creators, particularly those focusing on niche or underrepresented content. For example, he could launch grant programs or partnerships to support creators who are producing educational, scientific, or socially impactful content, areas that align with his broader goals of advancing knowledge and promoting innovation. This could help diversify YouTube's content landscape, making it less dominated by sensational or mainstream topics. Furthermore, Musk could experiment with new monetization models that provide creators with more financial stability. Instead of relying solely on ad revenue, he might introduce revenue-sharing models where creators can earn a percentage of YouTube's overall profits based on their contributions to the platform's growth. Alternatively, he could explore creating a fund that directly compensates creators who produce high-quality content, similar to the way some streaming platforms pay for exclusive rights to shows or movies. Another significant change could be giving creators more ownership over their content. Currently, many creators feel that platforms like YouTube control too much of their intellectual property and data. Musk, who has a history of open-sourcing technology and advocating for greater user control, might push for policies that give creators more rights over their videos, data, and brand. This could include allowing creators to easily move their content to other platforms, export their subscriber lists, or even sell their videos as NFTs, non-fungible tokens, giving them more flexibility and potential revenue opportunities. Chapter 9. Enhancing User Experience and Engagement. Elon Musk is known for his focus on user experience, whether it's making electric vehicles fun and intuitive to drive or designing rockets that look straight out of a science fiction movie. If he were to buy YouTube, we could expect a similar emphasis on enhancing user experience and engagement. One of the areas Musk could focus on is reducing the friction that users often experience when navigating YouTube. Currently, the platform can feel overwhelming due to the sheer volume of content and the complex way it is organized. Musk might simplify the user interface, making it more intuitive and easier to find the content users want. He could also introduce new features like voice commands, AI-assisted search, or even AR/VR integration to make navigating YouTube more engaging and user-friendly. Musk might also look into improving the way users interact with content. For example, he could introduce more interactive elements such as live polls, augmented reality experiences, or 360-degree videos that allow viewers to explore scenes in real time. This could create a more dynamic and immersive viewing experience, encouraging users to spend more time on the platform. Another potential area for innovation is social integration. YouTube, unlike other social media platforms, doesn't have a strong emphasis on community building. Musk could change that by introducing features that encourage more social interaction, such as group video watching sessions, enhanced commenting systems, or real-time collaboration tools for creators. He could also integrate YouTube more closely with other social media platforms, allowing for seamless sharing and cross-platform engagement. Moreover, Musk could leverage his expertise in AI to create smarter content moderation systems. Currently, YouTube relies heavily on automated systems to detect and remove inappropriate content, but these systems are far from perfect. Musk could deploy more advanced AI models, capable of understanding context better and distinguishing between harmful content and satire, education, or commentary. This could help reduce false positives and negatives, creating a safer and more fair environment for both creators and viewers. Chapter 10. YouTube's Potential Role in Musk's Broader Vision. To understand why Elon Musk might want to buy YouTube, it's essential to consider how it could fit into his broader vision for humanity. Musk has often spoken about his desire to make human life multiplanetary, accelerate the transition to renewable energy, and enhance human cognition and health through advanced technologies like brain-machine interfaces. One way YouTube could fit into this vision is as a platform for education and knowledge dissemination. Musk is a strong advocate for education, as evidenced by his founding of Ad Astra, a school that focuses on science, math, and critical thinking. He might view YouTube as a powerful tool for democratizing education, making high-quality, free content accessible to people around the world. He could encourage more scientific content, host online lectures by leading experts, or even launch new
Imagine making $453,000 in a single month as an affiliate marketer without relying on
educational initiatives through the platform, reaching millions more people than traditional educational methods. Musk could also use YouTube to advance his other goals, such as promoting electric vehicles or space exploration. Imagine dedicated channels that provide real-time updates from SpaceX missions, exclusive behind-the-scenes looks at Tesla's latest developments, or live Q&A sessions with engineers and scientists working on groundbreaking technologies. This would not only generate excitement around his companies, but also foster a deeper public understanding of the technologies that are shaping our future. Additionally, Musk could leverage YouTube to promote environmental awareness and sustainability. Given YouTube's vast reach, it could become a platform for sharing content on climate change, renewable energy, and sustainable living practices. Musk could partner with creators who focus on these topics, providing them with resources and incentives to produce high-quality, engaging content that raises awareness and inspires action on critical global issues. Chapter 11. The Global Impact of a Musk-Owned YouTube. If Musk were to acquire YouTube, the impact would not be confined to just the United States. YouTube is a global platform with users all over the world, and any changes Musk implements would have far-reaching consequences. In regions where internet access is still growing, Musk's ownership of YouTube could coincide with efforts to expand internet access through his other venture, Starlink. By providing affordable, high-speed internet to underserved areas, Musk could potentially bring millions of new users onto the platform. This would not only expand YouTube's reach, but also open up new opportunities for content creation and consumption in diverse regions. Musk might also push for greater localization of content. Currently, YouTube's content is heavily skewed towards English-speaking audiences, with limited support for content in other languages or from other cultural perspectives. Musk could invest in creating tools and resources to support multilingual content creation, translation, and distribution, making YouTube a more inclusive platform that better represents the world's diversity. Furthermore, Musk's global ambitions could lead to changes in how YouTube operates in countries with strict content regulations or censorship laws. As an advocate for free speech and transparency, Musk might challenge existing norms, advocating for greater freedom of expression on the platform. This could put him at odds with governments around the world, potentially leading to legal battles or even the platform being banned in certain countries. However, Musk's determination to uphold his principles could also lead to positive changes, encouraging more open and democratic access to information in regions where it is currently restricted. Chapter 12. Final Thoughts and Speculation. While the idea of Elon Musk buying YouTube is still speculative, it's clear that such a move would have profound implications. Musk is not just a businessman, he is a visionary who thinks on a grand scale, and his potential acquisition of YouTube would likely reflect that. Whether it's through fostering innovation, promoting transparency, or challenging the status quo, Musk's influence on YouTube could reshape the platform and perhaps the internet itself in ways we can only begin to imagine. Of course, with great power comes great responsibility, and Musk would have to navigate a complex landscape of stakeholders, regulators, and users. His every move would be scrutinized, and his decisions could have far-reaching consequences for the future of online content, free expression, and digital media. Would YouTube under Musk's leadership become a utopia of open information and innovation, or would it face new challenges and controversies? Only time will tell. What is certain, however, is that if Elon Musk does decide to buy YouTube, it will be one of the most significant tech stories of our time, one that could change the way we connect, communicate, and create in the digital age. Elon Musk's potential interest in buying YouTube is a story that captures the imagination. It brings together the world's most influential entrepreneur and the most powerful video sharing platform. While the idea is still speculative, the reasons behind it are compelling, and the implications could be profound. Whether it's fostering free expression, integrating cutting-edge technology, promoting sustainability, or reshaping the creator economy, Musk's ownership of YouTube could redefine the future of digital media. Yet, as with any major acquisition, there would be significant challenges and risks involved. From regulatory scrutiny to stakeholder resistance, the path to acquiring YouTube would be far from easy. But if there's one thing we know about Elon Musk, it's that he loves a challenge. And if he does decide to pursue this audacious goal, the world will be watching closely to see how he plans to change everything once again. In the end, whether Musk buys YouTube or not, his interest in the platform underscores the growing importance of digital media in our lives. It reminds us that the internet is constantly evolving, shaped by the visionaries and innovators who dare to dream big. And in this rapidly changing world, one thing is certain. Whatever Musk does next, it will be something that none of us could have predicted.
I think the danger of AI is much greater than the danger of nuclear warheads by a lot. Mark my words, AI is far.
壞消息係，而家啲鋪頭災難性咁樣執笠，因為消費模式已經轉咗型，生意而家都唔改變策略嘅話，呢個執笠潮一定會繼續落去。而好消息就係，我哋會免費邀請大家喺網上出席，喺9月23日星期一，由早上10點至下晝4點呢6個鐘頭，為我哋 VIP 老闆學員錄影嘅一個價值6位數字嘅 Growth 企業戰略策劃2024商業培訓課程嘅拍攝現場。到時我會詳細解釋6個秘訣，點樣喺逆市底下仍然可以將生意擴展。第一，30個喺逆市。
More dangerous than nukes. Far. So why do we have no regulatory oversight?
It's just outside of human control. It's going to be very tempting to use AI as a weapon. It's going to be very tempting. In fact, it will be used as a weapon. The danger is humans using it against each other, I think, most likely. That'll be the danger.
A Neuralink device is kind of like a Fitbit or an Apple Watch. We take out a sort of a small section of skull about the size of a quarter, replace that with tiny wires, very, very tiny wires. We have aspirationally do the first human implant this year.
One of the biggest risks, it could be the biggest risk, I think we need to watch out about population collapse. This is somewhat counterintuitive to most people. They think that, well, there's so many humans, maybe too many humans, but that's just because they live in a city.
Elon Musk is known for his outspoken views on a variety of topics, but none perhaps are as urgent and provocative as his warnings about the potential dangers of artificial intelligence, AI. In a series of discussions and interviews, Musk has continually emphasized the risks associated with rapid AI advancements and the need for stringent oversight and regulation. One of Musk's primary concerns is the rapid pace at which AI is advancing. He has noted that AI has been evolving quickly and that tools like ChatGPT have made these advancements accessible and visible to the general public. However, this accessibility also brings to light the potential risks as these technologies become more integrated into everyday life.
On a more sort of near-term time frame, I think artificial intelligence is something we need to be quite concerned about and really be attentive to the safety of AI. You mentioned ChatGPT earlier. I played a significant role in the creation of OpenAI. Essentially, at the time, I was concerned that Google was not paying enough attention to AI safety, and so I, with a number of other people, created OpenAI. And although initially it was created as an open source nonprofit, and now it is closed source and for profit. But I don't have any stake in OpenAI anymore, nor am I on the board, nor do I control it in any way. But the ChatGPT, I think, has illustrated to people just how advanced AI has become. Because the AI has been advanced for a while, it just didn't have a user interface that was accessible to most people. So what really ChatGPT has done is just put an accessible user interface on AI technology that is has been present for a few years. And there are much more advanced versions of that are coming out. So I think we need to really I think we need to regulate AI safety, frankly.
Musk compares the current state of AI to the early days of the automobile industry, where safety measures like seatbelts and airbags were initially resisted by manufacturers, but eventually mandated by regulators. He believes that similar regulatory oversight is essential for AI to prevent catastrophic outcomes. Without such measures, the reaction to any negative consequences could be too slow, leading to potentially irreversible damage.
The cars were unregulated at the beginning, aircraft were unregulated, but they had lots of, airplane crashes, and in some cases manufacturers that were cutting corners, and a lot of people were dying. So the public was not happy about that, and so they established a regulatory authority to improve safety, and now commercial airliners are extremely safe. In fact, they're safer than if you were to drive somewhere. The safety per mile of a commercial airliner is better than a car, and cars are also extremely safe compared to where they used to be. But if you look at, say, the introduction of seatbelts, the auto industry fought the introduction of seatbelts as a safety measure.
Here are 3 simple steps to pay off my $40K of debt, retire my mom, and live in over 25 plus different countries by the time I was 29 years old. The first step is separating your career from your location. Now, because I had super Asian and Filipino parents my entire life, I thought I could either be a doctor, dentist, lawyer, or nurse, or they would just absolutely disown me. So obviously the first thing that I thought I should be was a dentist, because I was like, heck, they make the most money. But little did I know that if I was going to be a dentist, I would spend all of my time in a cubicle, and it didn't matter if I was making 6 figures as a dentist, if it meant that I would be stuck in one location. And I knew that in order to become successful, I needed to find a way to work remotely and work with flexible schedules so that I could have the freedom to start pursuing the things that it is that I wanted. Now, the second step is understanding the cost of inaction. And then I started thinking, okay, well, what would happen if I don't actually do the thing that it is that I wanted? And I pursued dentistry or the safe route. Okay, well, I'd probably be in my 30s, in my 40s, in my 50s, in my 60s, in my 70s, pursuing this career that I don't even like, but this is just what my mom and my dad wanted me to go ahead and do, realizing at the end of my life that I completely wasted my life. Which leads me to the third step, and that is going on a truth-seeking mission and finding a mentor. However, the billion-dollar online guru industry has twice before tried removing this free presentation so that you don't actually go ahead and see this in their attempt to safeguard their profits. So it's actually uncertain how much longer this video, which is for free, will actually be up and available. So make sure you click the watch now button right now below before it is too late.
You were made to take secret routes to scenic spots. We were made to make lower flight prices less secret.
For, I think, 10 or 15 years, before finally the regulators made them put seatbelts in cars. And that greatly improved the safety of cars. And that airbags were another big improvement in safety. So my concern is that with AI, if there's something bad, if something goes wrong, the reaction might be too slow from a regulatory standpoint.
Musk has been vocal about the need for a regulatory body to oversee AI safety. He argues that just as there are agencies dedicated to ensuring the safety of pharmaceuticals, food, and transportation, there should be a dedicated agency for AI. The potential risks posed by AI, especially as it approaches or surpasses human intelligence, necessitate proactive measures to ensure it develops in a way that is beneficial to humanity.
Well, I've said for a long time I think AI safety is a really big deal, and we should have some regulatory agency that is overseeing AI safety, but there is not yet currently any such thing. And just generally any kind of regulatory agency done by the government usually takes years to put in place. You know, after the population collapse issue, I think AI safety is probably the second biggest threat to the future of civilization. Like I said, I'm not quite sure what to do with it. I mean, Tesla is arguably the world's biggest robot maker, because like we have basically
semi-autonomous cars that will ultimately be fully autonomous. And we are building a humanoid robot that will be basically like the car but with legs. And I kind of held off on doing that for a while because I certainly don't want to hasten the AI apocalypse. But clearly, with you look at Boston Dynamics and like those humanoid robots are going to happen. So they're either going to happen with or without Tesla. So it's like Tesla got a little bit more, a lot more ability to ensure robotics safety and AI. And I'll try my best to do that.
The creation of OpenAI, in which Musk played a significant role, was initially driven by his concerns about AI safety. He and others believed that AI development needed to be transparent and focused on positive outcomes. However, Musk has since distanced himself from OpenAI, citing its transition from a non-profit to a for-profit model and his lack of control over its direction.
Essentially, at the time, I was concerned that Google was not paying enough attention to AI safety. And so I, with a number of other people, created OpenAI. And although initially it was created as an open source nonprofit, and now it is closed source and for profit, I don't have any stake in OpenAI anymore, nor am I on the board, nor do I control it in any way. But the ChatGPT, I think, has illustrated to people just how advanced AI has become. Because the AI has been advanced for a while, it just didn't have a user interface that was accessible to most people. So what really ChatGPT has done is just put an accessible user interface on AI technology that has been present for a few years. And there are much more advanced versions of that are coming out. So I think we need to really be, I think we need to regulate AI safety, frankly.
Musk's warnings about AI are not limited to its potential to surpass human intelligence. He also highlights the risk of AI being used as a weapon, either by rogue states or individuals. The temptation to use AI for military or strategic advantage is significant, and Musk believes that this could lead to dangerously unpredictable outcomes.
So you used to have more hope, and you gave up some of it, and now you don't worry as much about AI. You're like, this is just what it is.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes, yes. Yes, no, it's not necessarily bad. It's definitely going to be outside of human control.
Not necessarily bad, right?
Yeah, it's not necessarily bad. It's just outside of human control. Now, the thing that's going to be tricky here is that it's going to be very tempting to use AI as a weapon. It's going to be very tempting. In fact, it will be used as a weapon. So the on-ramp to serious AI, the danger is going to be more humans using it against each other, I think, most likely. That'll be the danger. I try to convince people to slow down AI, to regulate AI. This was futile. I tried for years.
This seems
Nobody
like a scene in a movie.
Nobody
where
listened.
The robots are going to fucking take over and you're freaking me out. Nobody listened.
Nobody listened.
No one. Are people more inclined to listen today? It seems like an issue that's brought up more often over the last few years than it was maybe 5-10 years ago. It seemed like science fiction.
Maybe they will. So far. I think people don't like normally the way that regulations work. It's very slow indeed. Usually there'll be some new technology that will cause damage or death. There will be an outcry. There will be an investigation. Years will pass. There will be some sort of insight committee. There will be rulemaking. Then there will be oversight, eventually regulations. This all takes many years. This is the normal course of things.
Furthermore, Musk discusses the concept of artificial general intelligence, AGI, or digital superintelligence, which he describes as AI that can outperform humans in every way. The development of AGI could lead to a future where AI operates independently of human control, pursuing goals that may not align with human values or interests. This decoupling from collective human will is a scenario that Musk finds particularly alarming.
Artificial general intelligence or digital superintelligence decouples from a collective human will and goes in a direction that for some reason we don't like, of whatever direction it might go. That's sort of the idea behind Neuralink, is to try to more tightly couple collective human will to digital superintelligence, and also along the way solve a lot of brain injuries and spinal injuries and that kind of thing. Even if it doesn't succeed in the greater goal, I think it will succeed in the goal of alleviating brain and spine damage.
So the spirit there is that if we're going to make these AIs that are so vastly intelligent, we ought to be wired directly to them, so that we ourselves can have those superpowers more directly. But that doesn't seem to avoid the risk that those superpowers might turn ugly in an unintended way.
No, I think it's a risk. I agree. I'm not saying that I have some certain answer to that risk. I'm just saying, like, maybe one of the things that would be good for ensuring that the future is one that we want is to more tightly couple collective human will to digital intelligence.
One of Musk's proposed solutions to mitigate the risks of AI is Neuralink, a company he founded to develop brain-machine interfaces. Neuralink aims to create a closer integration between human and digital intelligence, potentially allowing humans to keep pace with AI advancements. Musk envisions a future where Neuralink can help address the civilizational risks posed by AI by ensuring that human intelligence evolves alongside digital intelligence.
The idea behind Neuralink is to try to more tightly couple collective human will to digital superintelligence, and also along the way solve brain injuries and spinal injuries and that kind of thing. So even if it doesn't succeed, I mean, the fundamental principles of reading neurons, sort of doing read-write on neurons with tiny electrodes, have been demonstrated for decades. So it's not like this is the concept is new. The problem is that there's no product that works well that you can go and buy. So it's all sort of in research labs, right. And it's like there's always like some cord sticking out of your head, and it's quite gruesome, and it's really there's no good product that actually does a good job and is high bandwidth and safe, and something that you could buy and would want to buy. So the way to think of the Neuralink device is kind of like a Fitbit or an Apple Watch that's where we take out a sort of a small section of skull about the size of a quarter, replace that with what in many ways really is very much like a Fitbit, Apple Watch, or some kind of smartwatch thing, but with tiny wires, very, very tiny wires, wires so tiny it's hard to even see them. And it's very important to have very tiny wires so that you, when they're implanted, they don't damage the brain.
Neuralink's technology is also intended to have more immediate applications, such as helping individuals with injuries or neurological conditions. However, its long-term goal is to create a symbiotic relationship between humans and AI, which Musk believes is essential for ensuring that AI develops in a way that is aligned with human values.
Other people have used this word, and that this is my prediction. It'll be an age of abundance for everyone. I guess there's the dangers would be the artificial general intelligence or digital superintelligence decouples from a collective human will and goes in a direction that, for some reason, we don't like, of whatever direction it might go. You know, that's what sort of the idea behind Neuralink is, to try to more tightly couple collective human will to.
It's here. This is it. The federal government just come out with some new regulations that allows you to buy real estate with
to digital superintelligence, and also along the way solve a lot of brain injuries and spinal injuries and that kind of thing. So even if it doesn't succeed in the greater goal, I think it will succeed in the goal of alleviating brain and spine damage. It really will be many years before we have anything approximating a high bandwidth neural interface that allows for AI-human symbiosis. And for many years, we will just be solving brain injuries and spinal injuries for probably a decade. And this is not something that will suddenly, one day, we'll have this incredible sort of whole brain interface. Like I said, at least a decade of really just solving brain injuries and spinal injuries. And really, I think you can solve a very wide range of brain injuries, including severe depression, morbid obesity, sleep, potentially schizophrenia. Like a lot of things that cause great stress to people, restoring memory in older people.
Musk is also concerned about the international aspect of AI development. He acknowledges that some countries, such as China, may advance AI technology without the same regulatory oversight that he advocates for. This could create a competitive disadvantage for countries that implement strict regulations, potentially leading to an AI arms race. However, Musk also notes that government officials in China are aware of the risks associated with AI and are likely to implement their own oversight measures. The challenge is to ensure that global standards for AI safety are established and adhered to, preventing any one country from gaining a disproportionate advantage through unchecked AI development.
But the rebuttal I get is like, well, you know, China's going to have unfettered AI development. And so if we have regulations and that slows us down, then China will have it. And I'm like, look, from my conversations with government officials in China, they're quite concerned about AI. I think we should have a government oversight, just like we have government oversight and regulation of cars and aircraft and food and pharmaceuticals. These are all, you know, there are regulators that oversee these developments to ensure public safety. And I think digital superintelligence would also be potentially a public safety risk. And so it should be, I think it's very important for regulators to keep an eye on that. One of the biggest risks, it could be the biggest risk, I think we need to watch out about population collapse. This is somewhat counterintuitive to most people. They think that, well, there's so many humans, maybe too many humans. But that's just because they live in a city. If you're in an aircraft and you look down, you say, if you dropped a cannonball, how often would you hit a person? Basically never. In fact, there's stuff falling in from space all the time. Natural meteorites, old rocket stages, all the time. But nobody worries about it. Because the actual, in fact, there's a good cool website called Wait But Why, and this guy Tim Urban, like he actually just did the math, and all humans on Earth could fit in the city of New York on one floor. Don't even need the upper floors. So that's actually the cross-section of humans as seen from Earth is extremely tiny. Basically vanishingly small, almost nothing. So we need to watch out about population collapse. Low birth rate, I think, is a big risk. And it's also not exactly top secret. You can go look at the Wikipedia. And this is definitely the civilization ends with a whimper, not a bang, because it would be a sad ending, where the average age becomes very high, and really the youth are effectively de facto enslaved to take care of the old people.
In addition to his concerns about AI, Musk also highlights the issue of population collapse due to low birth rates. He argues that this is a significant risk to the future of civilization, as an aging population could place unsustainable burdens on younger generations. Musk believes that addressing population collapse is essential for ensuring a stable and prosperous future.
The super low birth rate.
Really?
Yeah.
Over like nuclear war, natural disaster.
Don't we have an overpopulation problem?
No, we have an underpopulation problem.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you
So
say that?
this is the most commonly misunderstood situation.
Yeah. They definitely push that we have a overpopulation
Yeah, why is
problem.
No, I don't know. It's just like, I think it's like, this is a holdover from like, I don't know, the 70s or something, you know? So there was a huge baby boom, like where people did have a ton of kids after World War II. But then the U.S. has actually been the birth rate in the U.S. has been below replacement rate. Japan actually lost like 600,000, went down by 600,000 people last year.
The Japanese are not in the bedroom at all then.
It would
Not
seem,
at all.
It would seem not.
What about the U.S.? We got to increase, right?
Yeah, what I'm saying is the U.S. has been below replacement rate for 50 years. The only
That's
reason
so
the
nuts.
population has increased
Like
is because-
yearly, you're
Since
saying.
the 70s.
Yeah, since the early 70s, since like 71, 72.
So why are we spewed with all this BS that, we're overpopulating? But the population's growing, right?
No, it's not. So, I mean, I should say, like, lifespan is increasing.
Mm-hmm.
People are living longer. That's the only reason why the population of Earth isn't plummeting, but it will plummet.
He also emphasizes the importance of transitioning to sustainable energy sources. Musk describes the current practice of extracting and burning fossil fuels as a crazy experiment that poses significant risks to the environment. He advocates for accelerating the transition to sustainable energy to mitigate these risks.
The atmosphere and the
Yeah.
oceans. We're taking vast amounts of carbon from deep underground and putting this in the atmosphere. This is crazy. We should not do this. It's very dangerous. So we should accelerate the transition to sustainable energy. I mean, the bizarre thing is that obviously we're going to run out of oil in the long term. You know, there's only so much oil we can mine and burn. It's tautological. We must have a sustainable energy transport and energy infrastructure in the long term. So we know that's the end point. We know that. So why run this crazy experiment where we take trillions of tons of carbon from underground and put it in the atmosphere?
壞消息係，而家啲鋪頭災難性咁樣執笠，因為消費模式。
And oceans. This is an insane experiment. It's the dumbest experiment in human history. Why are we doing this? It's crazy.
Musk often references the concept of the singularity, a point at which AI advancements become so rapid and profound that predicting future developments becomes impossible. While the singularity is not inherently good or bad, it represents a significant unknown that requires careful consideration and preparation.
The advent of artificial general intelligence is called the singularity for a reason. Because just like a black hole, which is a singularity, it's difficult to predict what will happen. So it's not as though the advent of AGI is necessarily bad, but it's bad as one of the possible outcomes. So I think we really should take this seriously, the population collapse, artificial intelligence, obviously sustainable energy is important. The faster we transition to sustainable energy, the less of a gamble we're taking with climate. I think there's going to be a lot of breakthroughs on the medical front, particularly around synthetic mRNA. You can basically do anything with synthetic RNA, DNA. It's like a computer program. Neuralink is really just going to help cure brain injuries, and brain and spine injuries. So it's like if somebody is in fact, our first implanted devices in humans will be for quadriplegics, tetraplegics, allowing them to control a computer or a phone just using their mind. So like you can imagine, like if Stephen Hawking could just talk and normal speed or even faster than normal speed.
In Musk's view, the concentration of AI power in the hands of a few individuals or entities poses a significant risk. He cites a quote from Lord Acton: "Freedom consists of the distribution of power and despotism in its concentration." Musk believes that ensuring AI power is distributed and not concentrated is essential for preventing a dystopian future.
I mean, I am concerned about certain directions that AI could take that would be not good for the future. I think it'd be fair to say that like not all AI futures are benign, not all.
Okay.
And so if you have something, if we create some digital superintelligence that exceeds us in every way by a lot, wouldn't that be benign? And there's a quote that I love from Lord Acton. He was the guy that came up with power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely, which is that freedom consists of the distribution of power and despotism in its concentration. And so I think it's important, if we have this incredible power of AI, that it not be concentrated in the hands of a few and potentially lead to a world that we don't want. The goal of OpenAI is really just to take the set of actions that are most likely to improve the positive futures. Like, you can think of like the future as a set of probability streams that branch out and then converge, collapse down to a particular event, and then branch out again. And there's a certain set of probabilities associated with the future being positive and different flavors of that. And at OpenAI, we want to try to do whatever we can to guide, to increase the probability of the good futures happening. I think that's really what we're trying to do there.
Do you worry that by making this open, some bad actors may use some of what has been developed to do bad stuff with power of AI?
I mean that is certainly a good rebuttal to that. However, I think if AI power is widely distributed, then and there's not one entity that has some super AI that is 1,000,000 times smarter than anything else. If instead the AI power is broadly distributed, and to the degree that we can link AI power to each individual's will. So like you would have your AI agent, and you would, like, everyone would have their sort of AI agent. And then if somebody did try to do something really terrible, well, then the collective will of others could overcome that bad actor.
Elon Musk's warnings about AI are a call to action for society to take the potential risks seriously. His advocacy for regulatory oversight, responsible development, and proactive measures to ensure AI benefits humanity reflects his deep concern for the future. As AI continues to advance, Musk's insights provide a valuable perspective on the importance of balancing innovation with safety and ethical considerations. His efforts to expose the whole thing underscore the urgency of addressing these challenges before it's too late.
Here are 3 simple steps that paid off my $40K of debt, retire my mom, and live in over 25 plus different countries.